Attack on attack on attack. I have to use my phone. I'm using my phone. See who pops on. Hello, hello, hello. I'm drinking Lapsang Souchong. It's really good. Just want to make sure my stream is on. Let's see who pops on. I'm on. Oh, I'm on. Okay. Let me mute myself. I had to use my phone because my Wi-Fi is really slow. And you can see it, but the quality's not so great. Hi, Mrs. G, the Honey Badge. How are you? How are we? It is hot. It's 28 degrees outside, but we have the wood stove going and the heat is on. And it's hot. Whoa, I'm burning up. I'm burning up. That's why I'm in a tank top on December 20th. Because it's really hot in here. Oh my God. The heat's like pumping. Hi, Sandy. She sheds, Sandy. We're doing she sheds. Let me know if the audio's okay. I had to transfer to my phone. Let me know if the audio's okay. So here we are. Hello, hello. Hello, Agnes. Lamb. I'm having a cup of tea tonight. I'm having Twinings premium black tea. This is Lapsang Souchong. It's Chinese. It's enjoyable. I love it. How are we tonight? Hello, hello. We're back. We're rebuilding Mystic Village 2023. I have the interrogation light on me. It's very bright. Agnes means lamb in Latin. Really? Neat. I didn't know that. So you're like lamb. You're like triple lamb. Very interesting. We're the She Shed Society, SSS, SSS, girl. Yes. The She Shed Society. My laptop's running really slow with the Wi-Fi. It took like 10 minutes, so I hopped on my phone. But I can watch myself and type. It's not your real name. A lot of people don't use their real names, I guess, on YouTube. Or do they? So, updates. Here comes Tim. Tim, you were not the first one. It was Mrs. G, the Honey Badge tonight. So you were real close, though. Real close. I've only been on for 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Like, you were super close. Tim dipped out last night. We're all like, where's Tim? Where did Tim go? Timmy, no groupie. Really, Tim? You're not a Diary of a Mystic groupie? Like, you can't sit at our table at lunch this week, Tim. Tim would be Regina George in this group. Totally Regina George in this group. Oh boy. Um, what a shocker. You kind of stoned again. Hey, it's Christmas. It's Christmas week. Why not? I'm not judging. I am not judging. The liberal Regina George. Yeah, you would be very liberal, Regina George. Sandy, we have a Sammy. Yes, Sam I am. Sam I am's in chat. Thank you to my mod. Um, maybe Rosie will pop on. Are we ready for Christmas? Somebody asked me that today, and I just wanted to go. I'm like, shut up. Everybody's at the grocery store. Probably because we're supposed to get bad weather, but also for Christmas. And somebody was behind me, two men, and I heard them talking to each other, and they're like, "So, are you gonna do dressing for dinner?" Then one guy was bragging about his crack bread that he makes. Everybody loves that. He had his whole cart full of Yinglings and White Claws. I'm like, mmm. And he was probably in his 60s. I'm like, we got some youngins. We're gonna be entertaining with this. You making crack bread for the college kids? Like, what's going on? There's all sorts of people. No one's ever ready. I'm not. I'm almost done my shopping, but I'm not completely done. Sandy. Apparently, Mrs. G, she saw your name, Sam. Sam I am. Maybe she thinks, or he it thinks it's a Sammy. What is young? I don't know. What does that mean? Lapsang. Souchong. That's what I'm drinking for my tea. Lapsang Souchong. It's Chinese. This is my third cup. It's delicious. Must get more. Amazon Hi, Lucienne. Delivers next day. Heck yeah, I know. I'm a Prime member. I've been doing that, but then of course I think of something else that I need. I'm like, oh. So, how you doing? I think Mrs. G, it's Sam I am, not Sammy. She goes by Sam I am. Kind of like Dr. Seuss. You got jury duty, Tim. Oh boy. Good luck. Good luck with you being on the jury. You'd be like, nope, nope, I'm sorry, no, 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 no. Judge, I can't be here. No. God, the last time I had jury duty was, knock on wood. Man, when was that? 20 years ago? Something like that. Oh, good. We had a good reading yesterday. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I don't know where my camera's at on my phone. I'm like all over the place. Because comments on my phone are going by too fast. Hi, Robin. Good evening, kitty cats. Meow. Sandy got one too. Oh, God. I hope it's not coming this way. No, no, no. Tim will have the jury deliberating for like 2 months. $19.99. God, I think that's when the last time I had jury duty was $19.99. Knock on wood. Can you see Tim in jury duty? You never registered to vote. Wow, really? God, my family was like, register, 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 register. When I turned 18, I'm like, it was real important. But that's funny you mentioned that because I do know a gentleman who is in his 70s and he just registered for the first time last year. So it's never too late. Um, Definitely would be an incredible investigator. Yes, you would. I'm gonna have to hire you for private investigator in West Virginia. I voted once. Don't know why they keep calling on me. I think when I did jury duty, the person on trial had stolen a lawnmower. They had stolen a lawnmower, gotten arrested, and so they actually wanted, they had a public defender, I remember that, but the screening process was like ridiculous. Anyway, and I think it was like for a few days, and I don't remember if it was found in his favor or not. I don't even remember how we voted about it because it was so stupid. It was like, is this a practice run? Like, is this a real case? Excuse me. I'm like, what? I don't know. You would cut off my limbs. Oh, I would cut off my limbs and wow, really? Then live in Virginia? Well, I'm not in Virginia. I'm in West Virginia. A little different. But if you want to, sacrifice yourself for Virginia, um, go for it. That's very descriptive. It's scary. Very scary. I don't know if Tim's a fan or a hater or in between. What's going on? Uh, it's a little strange. So for my title, and of course we have stink bugs flying. For my title, the updates for the Idaho case. Uh, Cars registered in Colorado to a woman and she wants to be left alone by the public. Quit bothering her. She had a crash. She had a crash and it's registered to her. So she's asking for the public to leave her alone. There's no connection to this that we know of. Um, thank goodness you live in California. California gang. California is the best place to live if you can afford it. I love that California is representing tonight. I don't know what that's all about. Californication. Have to get the rum raisin ice cream back to the freezer. Is that what we're eating? Oh my God. We made not spring rolls. We made rice, I can't think, rice wrapper rolls tonight, and we had miso soup. And I was like, let's do something different. So we've been having fun lately, getting the rice wrapper paper and dipping it, and then we roll it, and got a little sauce, then we got some miso soup. It was fun. Rum raisin's really good. Apparently the Hyundai rhymes with Sunday, was registered to a woman who lives in Colorado, and she doesn't want to be bothered. And Adam is cooperating. And Sandy and I are on a mission for SHEDS and make money and forget about men in 2023 or now. That's our mission. So, as the universe would have it, playing little tricks on us when it comes to this white car that's so elusive and what a mystery. Apparently, when they have not ruled it out, we don't know for certain, but they're saying, "Hi, Rosie. Rosie, thank God you're here." um, apparently, just lost my thought. What was I saying? What I said. Anyway, blah blah. They don't know. They haven't said if it's connected or not. We don't know 100%. How are we, Rosie? Apparently, everybody's a California fan, and they're lucky that they live there. And so there's California going on in the chat tonight. And Tim would sacrifice himself if he ever had to live in Virginia. I'm like, well, okay, but I'm not in Virginia. Virginia. Virginia is actually really beautiful. Oriental, you mean Asian? We say Asian now, Sandy. We don't say Oriental. I'm drinking my Samsung Shulong or whatever it's called. Wait, Lapsang Sushang. Yeah, it means wood, pine, smoke. Because the tea's like over 600 years old almost. No, I can't count. 25? No. It was during some dynasty like 700 years ago. It's a long time. Anyway, it's an old tea. And I'm learning a lot about it. Like when I like something, I like will go and discover things about it. Like when you like your favorite movie or your favorite book and you want to know more about the author or an actor or where the story came from, Oriental means Eastern. Also, Rosie, Agnes Lamb. Agnes means lamb in Latin. So her real name's Lamb Lamb. Or I've been calling her Triple Lamb. Kind of like Triple D on Food Network. So she's Lamb Lamb. Or he. We're not sure. Um, we're California dreaming. We're California dreaming. Oh my God. Rosie's having wine. I'll be right over, Rosie. Me too, right? Agnes is a girl. I'm a girl. She's like, I'm a girl. Thank you very much. I'm a girl. Well, I'm a woman. Now I'm a girl too. Punk rock girl. I'm a rebel girl. Girl, you're my world. Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 I want you. Anyway. That dog's outside barking again. I don't even think she knows what she's barking at. I don't think she can even see what she's barking at. Cheers. Cheers, ladies. So last night we started the revolution about she sheds. And it's not just about having a she shed. It's we want to make money and we want to have fun and we don't care about men. So if you agree, am I buffering? Oh, jeez. Am I buffering? I was buffering. I need a new laptop. Santa baby. Um, Gotta take out your contacts. No. Oh, good. Okay. California Dreamin'. Um, I have that on a CD. How does it go? Dun 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 dun. All the leaves are brown. It starts with all the leaves are brown. I used to watch Michelle Phillips, China Phillips. China Phillips has a YouTube channel. I really like China Phillips. Um, she's hilarious. She's hilarious. China Phillips is hilarious. Anyway, that family, what a mess. Um, what do we got on Idaho? Mercury retrograde started on Monday. No, we're in the shadow period. It doesn't start till the 29th. Tomorrow's winter solstice, though, and the sun is moving into Capricorn. Capricorn. Any Capricorns watching? No buffering. I can actually see pretty clear. Really? Because I'm on my phone. My laptop, I need a new laptop because the Wi-Fi connection to the laptop's not so great. So I'm using my phone tonight. Um, in the sky is gray. In the sky is gray. Uh, what comes after that part? And the sky is gray. Sky is gray. California dreaming. Okay, I must be California dreaming. Stepped into a church. That's a really great part. You're Cappy? Wow, Mrs. G is a Cappy. Awesome. Idaho case gets crazier by the day. It sure do. Actually, I know quite a few people in California. I always wanted to go to California. California dreaming. Yeah, then got down on my knees, repeats. God, Mama Cass. When I was growing up, my dad was like, what? He always went there, like kept it real, and told me the story that we all thought was the story back then. Now we know it's not true of how Mama Cass died. And I'm like 7 years old. I'm like, oh my God. But I love Mama Cass too. Anyway, let's get off that tip. Um, in Laurel Canyon, I've always wanted to go to Laurel Canyon in California. The girls were behind in their rent. Really? So they were behind on their rent? Well, I wonder if that has. I'm reading your comments on my computer if you're like, why is she looking over there? Um, Oh, the landlord? Nah, I don't know. I did 2 readings, Agnes, on the case. I don't know if I'm going to do a third. I'm not one of those channels that just is like, you know, like rolling out readings, like, all the time about the same thing. Like, I have to take a break in between because that's a little overkill. Well, I don't think it was sexually motivated. Although the perp might have gotten off on it. You know what I mean? Like he or we know it's a male, felt satiated, like satiated from, probably took him hours to come off that, probably lasted hours, I would think, after that. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Agnes. Yeah, there could be various reasons. I don't know, y'all. I mean, did the landlord, were the parents helping them pay their rent? Were they paying their own rent? Did they have jobs? Did they have financial aid? Like, what was it? I mean, I don't know. Oh, you two pulled the vid on the scream? The fake scream or that one scream? The second scream? Adrenaline, yes. Someone walked in on 2 frat boys. Really? But what does that even mean? Like, somebody walked in on two frat boys together and that motivated someone to wipe out 4 people? I don't understand. The second video. Because there was the first video, which was fake, and then the second video came out. I don't understand that motive, though, Mrs. G. Like, then why would they take out the other 3 girls? I don't understand that. Explain, A. Oh, I know what you're speaking about, but why would that be a motive? That's all I'm asking. I'm behind on comments. Oh, no, I'm not. Anyway. What am I watching? There's some Lifetime movie. Christmas in the Village or Christmas in Mystic Village. I'm hearing noises. Man, last night I thought I heard like somebody walking. I'm like, huh, what is that? I it's dark, pitch dark, pitch black, like black darkness. And I turned on the big light. I'm like, and it's like wildlife, but I'm still like, huh. You ever have those moments where you're like, what? If you live by yourself or if you're a woman or who cares what you are, but I'm not sure what's going on in chat. The campus is beautiful. I don't know. Is this a rumor or your theory, Mrs. G? Is this a rumor that's going around? I don't know. So Adam's being cooperative. I don't think Adam has anything to do with this, but there might be a connection to Adam. T Rev. T Rev did a live today for over 9 hours. That's nuts. Like, what? Holy shnikes. And I like that channel. I just discovered that channel this week. And I was looking at my YouTube of things. I'm like, geez Louise, 9 hours is a long time. Big guy in a little coat. I don't think big guy in a little coat is. Big guy in a little coat ordered Coke Zero. If you listen to the food truck video. Excuse me? What? Oh. He ordered Coke Zero. Okay, you need to watch what you're saying, please. Okay, we'll buy you one. Okay, I'm doing a live and I don't know what you're talking about. Please stop. Now you're making them upset because they constantly have to eat. The guinea pigs. Oh my God. I didn't realize how much food guinea pigs can eat. And I'm going crazy. um, Honey, I could make more. Plus, there's green tea in there. Yeah. If you're hungry, eat more rice wrapper. Okay. Oh boy. All right, bye-bye. They love to eat. They're eating machines. And they're bossy. Like, I didn't realize how bossy they were. Oh God, you saw the original Halloween movie at the theater, Rosie? I wouldn't have slept either. Yeah. Seeing it in the theater is way different than it just coming on TV or video. We have two guinea pigs. We have two. We have Eleanor. She's 2. We've had her for 2 years. And then Petunia is almost 2 years. She's like a year and 8 months. I love the Halloween movie soundtrack. Dun, 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 dun. Remember back in the day when you only had like polyphonic ringtones when cell phones came out and you get all excited? You'd have like the polyphonic Britney Spears, Slave to You or something. Um, and then one year, this is probably like 2000, oh my God, 2005, 2006. My best friend downloaded the Halloween. Then they got better when she downloaded the Halloween ringtone, and we were driving on the back road at night, real dark, and it was near Halloween, and I didn't know it, but she started to play it, and we started screaming and freaking out. It was really funny. Yeah, they do better with a friend. What's Mrs. G talking about? They do better with a friend. They need company. That is, yeah. I used to love horror movies. I still do, but not as much as I once did. I mean, I was the type of kid that I remember I read The Exorcist when I was like 12. I mean, stuff I probably shouldn't have done, but I was just that type of kid that liked that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. I don't know. My tea's getting cold. Goodness, what a God. You are driving me nuts. I wish the guinea pigs ate stink bugs. It would be so nice. It would be so nice. I agree, Rosie. Yeah, I agree. It was personal, and the person was very, very angry. Mrs. G, you are tripping. I don't even know who or what you're talking about. What is happening? What's happening? I don't understand. What's going on? What's going on? Um, there's no earthly way of knowing which way we are going. Um, CMIM does. Sandy, is this someone that you know? Is this like your kid or someone you know? Is Mrs. G related? Or is this person just being weird? Being really weird. Um, yeah, the gory stuff I don't really like too much. I agree. I don't know how we got on this topic. How did this happen? So, really sure. Oh, okay. I love the monsters. Miss G's talking about her mom. Oh, okay. I love the monsters. We watched the new monster movie on Netflix. I just didn't really like it. I wanted to like it. I just didn't really like it. Isn't it nice and it's cozy wozy in here? It's nice and toasty woasty. Look over there. Anything should be over there. Turn the light on. Okay. Okay. What are you doing? Really? Arts and crafts. Well, yeah, I love the Munsters. I love them too. So what's today? Tuesday. We got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I might be able to come on tomorrow night or Thursday night. Um, and if there's any more updates about the Idaho case, I'll be coming on more. Well, not coming on more, but popping on. What's going on in chat? I'm like lost and confused. I've been dazed and confused. Um, Miss G the honey badge is really tripped out. I wonder if they're drinking Lapsang Souchong or whatever I'm having. Lapsang Souchong. Your son's terrified of Edward Scissorhands? Really? That's a great movie, isn't it? I love that movie. That's a great movie. What? Grandpa Al Lewis from the Munsters supposedly had Charlie Manson and Susan Atkins babysit his kids. Oh my gosh. That's scary, yeah. Wow. That is really creepy. Charlie Manson. That is really creepy. Yeah, I was following some things about. There's a lot of YouTubers, that they go to all these places where people once lived and da da da. There were a couple that did things on Charlie Manson and where the Manson family lived in California. I thought that was fascinating. Where they filmed Edward Scissorhands. He's also afraid of Michael Jackson's Thriller song. Really? Yeah, when you were little, I mean, watching that video, I could see where you would get kind of freaked out by it, yeah. Or hearing the song come on the radio. Especially that one part where Vincent Price does this little Vincent Price rap. Because we really hadn't, at that age, when Thriller came out in the video, there weren't a ton of zombie movies, or there was Night of the Living Dead. And then I think they had like when did Dawn of the Dead came out? I think maybe it was after Thriller. But there wasn't a lot of videos. Well, of course, music videos, because MTV was like brand new. And so it was a little, yeah, it was scary to watch that. and then they had the video, and then they had like the making of the video. Um, but looking back on it, I feel so lucky that I was little when Thriller came out, because the school that I went to, they would pull in the TV, and they played Thriller for us. They played the making of Thriller, the movie, when all that came out. Like, not the movie, but you know what I mean. And we would watch it in class. Michael Jackson was huge. They would let us listen to music at lunchtime and dance. And we would all request Michael Jackson. It was just different back in the 80s. But yeah, Michael Jackson was a big deal. Sandy says he's 23. Oh my God. That's cute. He's 23. I liked The Walking Dead until 6 years ago. I stopped watching it. And I don't even know what's happened. But God, I loved that show until 6 years ago. I was like, yeah, I'm done. Um, I mean, I really, really liked that show. And then I just kind of got like bored and turned off by it. Totally. 80s best. Totally, yes. They were. It's funny. The generation now really, really admire the 90s. Kind of like the equivalent of my generation loved the 60s or 70s. This generation loves the 90s. They think the music was better, the music was cool, the movies, the way we dressed. They think the 90s was an awesome decade. I don't know why I'm doing this. Um, like I'm Ben Franklin. Uh, 1982. I was in 1982. I was 9 years old in 1982. So you're 9 years older than me. Disco. God, I love disco. I love me some disco. I had the Disco Duck record when I was little too. I think I've talked about this a long time ago. Dad got the Disco Duck record. I love disco. I love Michael Jackson. You went on a Hollywood tour? I saw the house he was living in. Oh, you went to Neverland? Is that where he died? He died on your birthday. Wow. I remember it was in June, yeah, 2009, and I was coming home from work, and my daughter was like 2 at the time, and she and I are just coming home, and I think I was carrying her, walking with her. It was in the summer. She must have been walking in the yard with me, and my neighbor just looked at me and said, you know, oh, thank you, Mrs. G, the honey badge. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. That was sweet of you. My neighbor said Michael Jackson died. And I was like, what? I had no clue. He was a huge shock, and Robin Williams was a huge shock, and Prince was a huge shock. That's so cool you got to take a tour, Rosie. Thanks, Mrs. G, the honey badge. Mrs. G, the honey badge. She sounds like a dirty children's book. Disco makes me think of John Travolta. I love John Travolta. You have the 45? Farrah Fawcett died that same day, and she hardly got any coverage at all. Yeah, they both died on the same day. And they forgot about Farrah. She, maybe she wanted it to be like that. You know, I don't want too much tension on me. Just let me just pass, and Michael, you take it away. Yeah, I was shocked. He was young. He was only like, what, 53? And then when Prince died, I was at work and I walked out of an exam room and walked into the office, and my best friend said, "Did you hear Prince died?" And I went, "What? No? Huh?" I thought they were like, it was a joke. What? That was a huge shock. And then when Robin Williams died, I think somebody texted me and told me. And I actually cried about Robin Williams. And when Michael Jackson died, I was very, very sad because I was a huge, huge Michael Jackson fan when I was little. I mean, my best friend at the time had the Beat It jacket. He had the red Beat It jacket, the red leather Beat It jacket when he was like 11 years old. That's how big Michael Jackson was. Like, it was nuts. So, I don't know if he had the glove. I think he did. And then he stopped wearing it around town. He might have gotten made fun of. I don't know. Anyway. Well, Olivia Newton-John died this year, which was really sad. Of course, we started off the year with Betty White. Was he only 50? Michael Jackson was just 50? Oh my God. So weird. You went by the Playboy Mansion, Bob Barker's house, Aaron Spelling's house, George Michael. Oh wow, the Shack, Beverly Hillbillies. Wow. How long ago was this, Rosie? That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, they all had prescription drug issues. Yeah, I'm sorry, I have an itch. Yeah, pills, man. Pills are dangerous. Pills are dangerous. Dangerous. Yeah, pills are not cool. I'm afraid of pills. Pills are so easy to get addicted to very quickly, I think. Who? Who? Who had something to do with Marlon Brando? Farrah Fawcett? Princess Diana. Oh my God, it did. It shook the universe. Princess Diana's death was thunderous. It was heard around the world, bigger than the Queen's death. Like, the Queen's death was unavoidable, but no. Princess Diana had people up all night long watching TV and watching the news and crying in their dark basement living rooms because she had died. It was that impactful. It was nuts. And we didn't have YouTube and chat groups. I mean, there were chat rooms on the internet, but we didn't have like somebody went live and we could talk about it. Could you imagine if somebody went live during Diana's death and we could talk about it? It was huge. It was huge. The Hollywood sign. Oh, wow. Rosie's toured California 10 years ago. Your friend called you to tell you, yeah. My dad woke up my stepmom to tell her, and it came right across the news. And for some reason, Dad and I were up real late that night. And it was late at night, like East Coast time, it was late. And it came across the news. And I was like, what? And my dad was like, we couldn't believe it. We could not believe it. It was just, she did. She passed right before your dad or right after. Oh, wow. You're in denial for a long time about that? About Diana? I bet. A lot of a lot of people just felt like they knew her, and it would have been amazing to have known her, I think. Dr. Murray gave Michael Jackson propofol and then left the bedroom. And that was to help him sleep, I guess. When he goes to sleep. Crazy. Yeah, Michael Jackson had a lot of yes people around him, it seems like. That's really scary. Also, 97 was rough. We lost a lot of people, I remember. Chris Farley, of course, Princess Diana. There was a lot of musicians that died that year. 97 was rough. And this year with Olivia Newton, I cried about Olivia Newton-John when she passed because Olivia Newton-John was like, to me, just this beautiful, ethereal, I can't describe it. And I loved her music. I had two of her records when I was little, and I just loved her. I just always loved her. And when she passed, it was really sad to me. Anna Nicole, yeah, that was really. Anna Nicole died when I was pregnant, and I remember thinking, oh my God, like how sad, because her daughter's around the same age as my daughter, and I just remember thinking, God, she just had this baby, you know? I loved Olivia. I have records. I still have my records, but I bought when we go to like the antique mall or something. She lost her son then herself. Yeah, Whitney was hard too. If you're a Whitney fan, Jazzercise. I remember Jazzercise. I used to work out to the Richard Simmons. Sweating to the Oldies. Yeah, I had that. Yeah. With like the rubber stretch thing. It worked. I mean, you're moving your body. You're going to lose weight. And yeah, I had Sweat to the Oldies was huge. It was huge. It was all over late night infomercials. Sweating to the Oldies. Oh, your father was October 2nd. Oh. Well, Sandy. Yeah, that's weird when like your family members passing coincides with like someone on a global level like that. I love Richard Simmons. Well, I think he still is, but he's like done with all the. God, he's a legend. I love some Richard Simmons. He's legendary. is. And the dealer meal. Remember dealer meal? My family's very body obsessed. And I had dealer meal. Dealer meal. I did dealer meal once. I remember dealer meal. Oh yeah, dealer meal. You would have these cards, and you would like switch. You would have cards for the day in a pocket, and like your meat, your bread, your dairy, or whatever, and how many you've had of something. You look at it, and you would take a card out. And by the end of the day, you should not have any. If you had no cards, you couldn't eat. You were done, essentially. It was it was deal meal. He's probably enjoying some ice cream somewhere. Mrs. G, I agree. It was a long rubber band thing. What's REKT mean? What does that mean? What's REKT? Deal meal. Oh yeah, Weight Watchers. Oh my god. Weight Watchers, I probably did Weight Watchers 10 times. I feel like I've been on a diet since I was 9 years old. I'm not kidding. Growing up in the 80s, oh my lord, we all have eating disorders. I mean, we're all like, there was no body acceptance, there was no full figured acceptance. You were skinny or you were fat. There was and no in between. There was no body positive. There was just all, and it was everything was fat free or low calorie or low fat. You had aerobics going on everywhere, and you had Cher coming out with aerobic videos, Jane Fonda. You had, I mean, it was just insanity. And then, of course, Stop the Insanity, that woman, Susan Powder in the 90s, and it kept rolling. Then it kind of stopped around 2000. But for 20, good 20 years, this country, we were obsessed with losing weight and dieting. Even Oprah came out with Make the Connection. I mean, I love that Make the Connection because she was hilarious in that. But anyway, that's another story for another time. Richard, he had great legs. Oh yeah, he had really great legs. They made a lot of money. A lot of money. Weight Watchers actually works. My aunt's a lifetime member and she never had a weight problem. She would use it to maintain her weight. She never had a weight problem. Ever. But she got on Weight Watchers. She might have wanted, I'm going to lose 5 pounds or get down 8 pounds and just maintain her weight. And that's what she used it for. It actually does work. Everybody's into Go Low and Noom and all this stuff. I'm not really sure if they're the same. Of course, you have keto. Um, I don't do too well with carbs. I've pulled back a lot from carbs. I'm trying to do better with my carb content. And plus sugar and carbs are the enemy. Um, or are they? But they're so good, you can't help it. Oh yeah, Sandy was a singer. She is a singer. Sandy Tord. Heartbreaker, Dream Maker. Did you ever sing that song, Sandy? I think we've talked about this before. Pat Benatar just got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Hello. That should have been done 20 years ago. But finally she made it. What a travesty. Period. Pat freaking Benatar. We love some Pat. Yeah, no rice, no pasta, no potatoes. See, that's really hard. I do like a potato. I like rice too. I can go without pasta, but rice or potato. I love to drink water. You got to be more active. I think staying active is like the secret to longevity anyway in life. Is you have to be active. I look at a piece of bread, girl, and I gain 30 pounds. Keto work for you? You saw Pat Benatar? Really? That would be an awesome first concert, would be Pat Benatar. Pat Benatar would be great. Oh my God. Wouldn't that be fun? I love some Pats. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Okay. I'm going to come back on tomorrow night, most likely, and cut this short now because I have to get up early. And I kind of overdid it last night. I got to bed late, and then I was dragging. I was dragging this morning. But I'm glad you guys came on. Thanks for the super chat, Mrs. G. I guess Tim dipped. And, Tim dipped. Thanks for all that came into chat. Thank you to the mods. Thank you. Robin came into chat. Mrs. G, of course. Agnes, Liam. Thanks for coming into chat, everybody. Tim dipped. Wow. That's okay. Tim probably needed a moment. He has jury duty, so. Well, if there's any updates tomorrow, I'll be on regardless of what's going on with the Idaho case. I know, I love talking to you too. It's fun. Maybe I'll use my phone again. Do you think the phone's better? Am I more clear on the phone? Do I look more clear on the phone? Like better? Because you know how bad my Wi-Fi is. It's really bad. It's clearer. That's good. Well, the geese just took off today and went south, so they took the Wi-Fi with them. Love you too, Sandy. Thanks for popping on. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow night. Oh, Benatar is probably on tour with them, yeah. I saw Motley Crue about 7 years ago. They don't sound so great apparently now. I don't know. Do they sound okay? But I would love to see Pat. Maybe phone's clear but static. My voice is staticky. Is my voice staticky? I drink all my tea. Anyway. Anyway. All right, y'all. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. And, hit me with your best shot. Dun, dun, dun. All right, good night, everybody. Good night, Rosie. Love you guys. Make good choices. Don't hear voices. And if you do, call me. Call me. Tim, there's Tim. Is that we or queef or queen? Q? What is she saying? Tim, good luck at jury duty. Maybe you'll get on the Amber Heard case. But if you do, you'd have to come to Virginia. But you hate Virginia. But anyway, it doesn't matter because they're not doing it anymore. Am I in the wind? She's like the wind in my trees. Remember that song? Tim Stone, apparently. Tim was silently listening and watching. I'm not a groupie. This Mystic Village is driving me crazy. Anyway. Oh my goodness. All right, love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow night. I don't know how to end it on my phone. All right, bye-bye. Good night.